Broken Wolf, Katsuki Bakugou ex-Wolf Listener. Written by Big Bad Wolf as a fangirl on Wattpad, Chapter 6. Bakugou woke up with a groan, his eyes still heavy from sleep, his eyes looking up at the digital clock. 1:49 a.m. Why the hell am I awake so early? Movement behind him make him roll over to see you, sweat covering your face, and you had a pained expression. You were clutching the blankets in a tight fist, face glistening in the moonlight. They came through the windows with tears. A few whimpers came from you, as you muttered in your sleep, turning your head tight to side like to protect yourself or to look away. No, I'm sorry, please, no, you mumbled, starting to get louder as the nightmare continued. Bakugou touched your shoulder, startling you awake. You sat up, about to scream when the sand covered your mouth. Your eye-colored eyes were wide, red and puffy, your hair-colored hair sticking to your forehead, and your neck fresh tears still pouring down your cheek. Bakugou studied your face as you screamed in his hand, thankfully muffled. But when you stopped, the concerned look he asked was replaced with a scowl before you could realize he was there. Would you calm down? He growled, keeping his hand over your mouth as he stared into your eyes. If you scream, every one of those damn nerds will come rushing in here. What the hell is wrong with you? You began to sob when his hand was taken away from your mouth, curling up into a ball and cried to yourself, trying to muffle it as best as you could. Bakugou's face softened, hesitant and unsure what to do, looking around like he was looking for advice or help. You suddenly felt arms awkwardly wrapped around your shaking shoulders, making you peek out from your curled state. Bakugou still sitting on the side of the bed, leaning over and his arms awkwardly wrapped around you. Without thinking, you uncrawled yourself from your ball and leaned yourself at Bakugou and clung on this white tank top, sopping into it and soaking it with your tears. Bakugou's face was now slightly red, his arms out in an awkward way as he looked down at you, unsure of what to do. He sighed and hesitantly wrapped his arms around you, resting his chin on your head, the blush going down, but still evident on his cheeks. You finally calmed down after about 10 minutes, the tears going down your cheeks and soaking his shirt. Are you going to tell me why you were crying? Bakugou asked, making you tense a little, clenching his tank top a little tighter. I had a nightmare. He answered, expecting to be yelled at for waking him up, or a silly nightmare. What happened? He questioned, catching you by surprise, making you try to lift your head to look at him, only to have his hand keep you from moving. He didn't want you to see the pink tint on his cheeks, even though it was dark. After about a minute of silence, he thought that you fell asleep again until you spoke. I was with a man that trained me, he whispered, fresh tears starting to form in your eyes. He made me kill so many. I don't want to. I killed so many. He began to sob again, burying your face in the blonde shirt, and cried. One of Bakugou's hands hesitantly touched your back, then began to rub it gently. Hesitant at first, but after seeing it calming you down, became more confident. When he stopped sobbing, Bakugou pulled you a little closer, just to make sure you were comfortable, and continued to rub your back. That shitty bastard isn't here, said in your ear. It's what Hope was the comforting voice, though it sounded like slightly tired and mocking. He can't hurt you anymore. Anything he made you do, you'll never have to do it again. You're safe, Wayne. The bastard doesn't control you anymore. You calmed at his words, trying to ignore the tone, since it kept changing but he still had some concern in it. Subconsciously, you nestled into his chest when he pulled yourself closer, feeling safe in his arms. Your eyes were heavy from crying, tender back making you relax as your eyes closed, finally calm. Bakugou's face was on fire now, and hold on your tight, sniping with your notches. His blush fading when he saw you fell asleep. It was clear they weren't going to let go of his shirt. I looked around, unsure of what to do, as you slept peacefully in his arms. His hand finally falling still, but you were pressed upon your back with a sigh. He lay down carefully, just to make sure I wouldn't wake up, pulling blanket over the both of you, watching you as you slept, just to make sure you weren't having another nightmare. Studied you peacefully, tears strained, your chest suddenly rising and falling, with a strand of hair fell onto your face. Bakugou ran his hand through your head, through your back, and to the strand, tugging it behind your ear, just to make sure it wouldn't get in your mouth. Your hair was out, his hand running through it, when he brought his hand down, his crimson red eyes studying every detail of your face as you slept. He then began to play with your hair gently, just to make sure that it wasn't knotted or going to fall on your face again. His fingers ran through your hair, twirling a strand every now and then, or he would just pick a bit and watch it fall back down, brushing away strands that would land on your face. A small smile graced his face as he studied yours. His eyes starting from your nose to your chin, tried to memorize every detail. His eyes soon closed as he stopped, pulling you closer to his chest, just to make sure you were still asleep. Bakugou soon fell asleep, the blush on his cheeks fading fully as he held you in his firm embrace. That was the chapter. I'll see you guys next video. Bye!